Ang video na to ay handog ni cdkoffers.com. Marami kang mahahanap na iba't ibang uri ng software dito. May games, apps, activation codes for Windows 10. Check out our video on CDK offers in the video description. Mabilis, mura, and syempre legit dito. Madali lang mag-order, search for the software you need, add to cart, check out, daan ka sa payment options nila. Wala pa isang minuto, finished. May legit working CD key ka na sa software na pinili mo. Gamitin ang aming promo code para makakuha pa ng extra 20% discount sa purchase mo. Kung naghahanap ka ng mura, legit, and original software, check out cdkoffers.com.
Hey, what's up, internet? Welcome back to our Puwede Magtanong show. Our first Puwede Magtanong for March ba? Diba wala tayong Puwede Magtanong so far?
Yes.
I think I can hear someone's speaker. Marv?
No.
I have mine. I'm using
I heard what's up internet in the background.
Yeah, me
None of
also
us-
eh. I don't
none
have my
of us said
speakers
it.
on. Yeah. So whose speaker is on?
Goes to the
Baka yung
machine.
cellphone. Baka yung cellphone. Wala ba?
Wala.
Alright. There we go. Got the chat going already. Alright. So, first off, let me see. Hold on. There we go. We want to say thanks Albert Treblax for being the latest super sub. Thanks for joining the family. And we're gonna hit it off. Nick the Virgin Slayer. Wow.
Ngayon ko lang napansin yung pangalan.
O nga. Example po, naka-install na sa HDD ang isang application/game. Pwede ba move na lang sa SSD nun yung mga files niya? Bibilis pa ba nun? Or need mo na install sa... Hold on, I have to move the slide.
Or need mo na install sa
there we
SSD
go.
ang game in the first place.
Oh, well, I think that's an easy... There's a meme going around about this. Na there's this Lola, and she's saying, I'm going to uninstall all your games because you're onion. And then she's pressing delete. And then the kid is like saying, no! But really, he's like... Wait, you follow me?
I haven't seen that meme.
Well, but it's essentially you can't delete a game by just deleting it. That's one thing, right? The shortcut. Sorry. Here anyway. Anyway,
she was doing the shortcut.
The mom was deleting the game, the shortcut of the game. Kala niya she was deleting the actual game. But anyway, no, you can't. You need to do a fresh install. You can't just copy and cut and paste. Unless has that changed? Has that changed in the past?
Yeah, depende. Yung
depende
Witcher 3, yung Cyberpunk, as in any folder movable siya.
Really?
Yeah. Tatry nyo. Siguro kung hindi yung sa Steam, yung sa GOG na version. Like movable siya anywhere. Hindi mo kailangan.
So yung Cyberpunk is like parang
Modular.
you can run it
Yeah.
on a USB if you had a USB big enough for.
Yeah, pero I don't think may ganun na bang USB.
No, I don't think you can run it through a USB. Kasi diba,
It's-
what is
it
the
would be
speed of
really
the
slow.
USB? HDD siya? HDD
no.
speed?
I guess SATA
Slower.
USB.
Sup, Gentleman Parrot? I agree. Kung sometimes kasi nakalink sa registry where the files are. But as Rocky the programmer pointed out, sometimes for some games, parang you could just move them around though.
Yeah, and
Although,
sabi ni
Steam,
Mikey. Yeah, sabi ni...
Steam
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry. Yeah.
Yun nga, yung sa
Mikey.
Steam, yeah, sinasabi mo na. Yung sa Steam, pwede mo i-move yung installation folder. Sa Epic Games, hindi pwede.
From experience ba yan? Parang you're talking
Yeah.
from experience.
Yeah, pero you can check it eh. Parang you can start yung download ng game since missing na siya. Tapos, while it's downloading, i-off mo yung internet mo tapos i-copy mo yung folder dun sa installation ng Epic Game Store. Tapos kapag nag-connect na siya, it would think na okay, na-download ko na.
Okay na.
I-verify niya na yun.
Teka, sabi ni Sid, matagal ko na ginagawa yon sa Battle Realms days pa lang.
Yeah.
Copy-paste lang sa folder?
Yeah, but again, yung Battle Realms is like, what, a 21-year-old game?
That was before Warcraft 3 pa eh.
I like that game.
So for Nick, it depends.
It depends on the game. So in short, just uninstall the damn thing and then just then do a fresh install.
Or if he's parang ang gagawin naman niya, ibalak naman niyang completely ilipat lahat sa SSD, then just try one of the more reliable Ghost, yung just mirroring the entire drive itself.
Yeah.
So buong Windows kumakopya doon, all the programs, etc.
All right. Next question. This is a new build that I just finished. Nung una ko pang start up, after finishing downloading and installing all drivers of GPU, motherboard, CPU, and updating Windows, nakapaglaro po ako ng 3 sessions ng Valorant tsaka Genshin. Nung sumunod na araw, pagbukas ko, may red-pink horizontal lines na yung screen ko. I've tried switch to different monitors pero ganun pa din. Tingnan ko yung device manager, may nakalagay na error code 43. Ano yung error code 43? Doon sa display drivers, di ko ma-access yung NVIDIA control panel and MSI Afterburner can't read my GPU. I've tried reseating the GPU multiple times using DDU to uninstall and reinstall my GPU drivers. Disable and then re-enable GPU in device manager. Reinstall OS 3 times ko nagawa. Tinry ko na din i-update through device manager pero sabi lang is updated to latest version yung display adapter. Bigla din umingay yung GPU. At first, akala ko yung PSU pero naka-fanless mode yung PSU ko. Yung GPU lang talaga. Need help po. This is a new build that I just finished. Nung una ko pong startup, after finishing downloading and installing all GPU drivers, updating, nakapaglaro pa. Wait, it's repeating. Alright.
Umulit lang yan. The next picture is a picture of his rig.
Ayan. So, I am going to say that this is definitely a hardware issue.
Yeah.
Okay?
RMA.
Kasi if you've reformatted 3 times, tapos you see these, ano yun? Anong tawag ulit dito? Hindi lang, i-call naman yun? Aztec
Artifacts.
Artifacts. Aztec
Pero hindi yan artifacts eh.
Hindi siya artifacts. Artifacts is like the squares ba?
Failure yan ng video controller talaga.
So talagang hardware.
Artifacts kasi yung squares eh.
Yeah.
Ito talagang lines ng red. Ibig sabihin, nag-fail talaga yung i-display.
Tsaka yung artifacts paminsan nawawala depending on the program or if it's running hot or something. O parang itong consistent tong lines eh. Parang when he boots up.
Yeah.
Well,
ang hirap pa lang bumili ng video card ngayon.
Well, actually, if you think about it, at least isolated yung problem niya. Alam niya na yung kailangan lang niya i-replace yung graphics card, di ba?
Yeah.
I assume, right?
The most expensive part.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, but at least, you know, he doesn't need to check anymore which one is
troubleshoot
it. Troubleshoot. Di na kailangan. Nako.
Sorry.
My dog is
Nag-DDU na siya eh. Diba? Yung, I mean, RJ would say that drivers installations would solve all problems, pero he did it eh. So, sorry.
For the record, usually when we say Rocky the Programmer kasi was talking to somebody dun sa Puwede Magtanong site and then it turned out to be a customer but the diagnosis was changed to the GPU. Tapos, he's like, oh, I got it from you guys. Or like, okay, bring it back. Yan yung twist ending doon. Balik mo. Tapos pucha galing pala sa atin. But he did bring it back and we did give him we actually gave him a full refund actually for
Which
that
card
one.
was that?
1650 or a 1660 ata. I can't something like that. It wasn't one of the 3000 series.
So far, wala tayong problema sa 3000 series, no?
Secret.
Parang wala naman. Oh.
Yung absence lang sa stock. Yun lang yung
The biggest problem of all.
Pero
yung colorful daw umiinit biglang sasabog.
Pero pero ano yun? I had an experience with a friend of a friend na yung Asus TUF RTX 3070 niya nag-artifact. Pero medyo
A friend
malayo
of a
na rin.
friend.
A friend of a friend.
But for the 3080, I can personally say I have no complaints, and I wish we could keep it longer.
Aight.
What 3080? There is no 3080.
I don't. Didn't get
AJ,
it. Yeah.
AJ Alcantara, paano po ba mag-double SSD? Mabilis pa ba ang dalawang SSD? I think, yes. So, in short, yes, you can have as many SSDs as you want, just as long as you have enough cables and ports for your motherboard and your power supply unit. So, mabilis pa ba ang dalawa SD? It depends. I think, I'm understanding your question here is, if your OS is installed on one SSD and you buy a different SSD, your OS will run the same speed as that SSD. So not all SSDs run on the same speed. Yung M.2 and yung regular SATA SSD run around the same speed. But if you get an NVMe, that will be the fastest SSD. So if you put your OS on that SSD, the NVMe, then your Windows will be really, really, really fast. And if you put your games naman on a SATA SSD, they won't be as fast as your NVMe. And you'll have both SSDs working at the same time. Like right now, I have let me see. I have a Samsung SSD and I have a Team Group SSD. I think the Samsung one is faster. Yung Team Group is more for like a, what is that? I put videos on it so I can edit. Ayan. But then yung OS ko is on the faster SSD. So in short, they don't work together, ha. So isolated yan. Whatever is on one thing, it will make sure that those programs on SSD 1 will run at the speed of SSD 1. No connection at all to SSD 2. Hindi siya ano yung tawag dyan sa Magic the Gathering? Hindi siya ano yan? Bro, They don't layer. Hindi pumpable. Yan. Hindi pumpable ang SSDs. Yeah.
They don't stack.
Yeah, they don't stack.
But I do believe the word was pumpable.
And, as Gentleman Parrot on YouTube pointed out, it's like you just plugged in two flash drives. Yeah, so you have two separate storage. They don't work together. The speed of the SSD is determined by the type. So NVMe SSDs are the fastest, and SATA ones are the slowest. But even SATA SSDs are much faster than any regular hard drive. We did have a customer. Sorry, go ahead.
Before buying the NVMe, make sure your motherboard supports it.
Yes, yeah.
Because
now you hear it's the fastest, and I know.
Yeah.
We did actually have a customer who upgraded recently from a SATA SSD to an NVMe SSD. So sanay na siya sa speed kung gaano kabilis yung SATA, pero he was still blown away with the NVMe. Sobrang mga 5 seconds lang daw. Oh nga eh. I was I've never tried NVMe, so now I'm excited. Now I want one. Sobrang bilis daw talaga ng NVMe even compared to the SATA.
OS? So OS
yeah,
and NVMe?
For the OS. Yeah.
Baka kailangan ko rin ng NVMe kasi ako na yung host dito eh.
Yeah.
Well, actually in real world applications.
Yung boot times mo 4 seconds, like 5 or 4 seconds.
5 seconds nga daw.
Like from touching your power button to sa login ng Windows mo, it's 4 seconds. Parang I'm going to be contrarian lang. Let's say gusto niyang pabilisin yung PC niya using 2 SSDs. Pwede eh. Pwede niyang ilagay yung swap file niya dun sa kabilang SSD. Swap
sort of like,
or page file. So yung
sort of like the onboard RAM. I mean, sort of like the
virtual na RAM.
Virtual RAM.
Yeah, so makakatipid siya ng space. Tapos unimpeded yung let's say may operation siya sa OS. Hindi magagalaw yun ng page file. So, ayun, bibilis siya. Pero like sobrang super user mo nun. As in, inipigaw na talaga yung lahat ng performance sa PC mo pag ganun.
Adobe user siya na mahilig sa malaking page file, di ba? Or scratch disk.
Yeah.
Ay, sorry, si Emmanuel Rosello is asking if we have an online store. Oh, meron. May online store kami. Nag-reply ka na?
I replied in the chat.
All right.
But sorry to go back to the 2 SSD question. I think if you're asking that question, medyo malayo ka pa ata sa technical knowledge to fool around with your page, with your page size allocation or and which drive the allocation is on.
Actually, I haven't touch my page file sa Windows 10. So Windows 7 ko pa. So I don't actually know how to change page
No,
navigation.
kasi maganda na yung maganda na yung management.
Yung auto.
Windows 10, eh. Yeah.
Yung auto,
Kaya hindi na.
Not as critical. Okay.
Yeah. Pero kung super user ka, tas,
Every little bit helps.
yeah.
Mark GB, tanong ka lang po, ba't namamatay na po kusa yung keyboard ko pag mag-i-install na ako ng Windows pero sa BIOS gumagana naman po siya sana po mapansin, salamat sa sagot.
I'll take the first crack at this because nangyari din sa akin to.
Sige, sorry guys, ano yan? I think my dog needs to pee. I'll be really quick. I'll just... You guys got this.
Yeah, don't let her pee on the hardwood floors because
Okay.
I think those aren't synthetic wood. So, medyo, it's something to do with the USB driver. I had the same problem then. Everything was working fine dun sa BIOS, etc. Pero when dumating ako dun sa Windows install screen, for some reason, hindi mo recognize yung inputs ko lahat.
Win 10 ba to, Mark?
Windows 10, yes. So instead of trying to figure out how to, I forgot the term, how to sideload the USB 3 driver, etc. or whatever, nabagsak na lang ako by just buying PS2 mouse or keyboard. And that pretty much fixed the problem, if I remember correct.
PS2,
So,
for those who don't remember, that's a circular one, yung bago yung USB.
Yeah, yung green or violet.
Yung naka-color,
Pero
Although,
ngayon, most motherboards only have one na lang eh. Combo
Yeah.
na lang eh.
yeah.
Combo.
Tsaka,
Oh.
innovation din yung color na yun. Dati, hindi yun colored eh. If you remember, maybe Marvin
Yeah,
remembers more.
ano lang siya.
Oh.
Yung gray lang siya.
Exactly. Hindi siya
Really?
distinguished. Hindi siya
Yung
color-coded.
the IBM, yung keyboard.
Yeah. Diba?
Gray.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't be tempted into buying an adapter. The adapter wouldn't work on mine despite the recommendations of some people that it would work on my USB. Just spring for the 300 pesos and buy for the PS2 mouse or keyboard.
Yeah. Tsaka isa din nung ni-research ko din wag mo siyang i-plug dun sa USB 3. Kasi mas yun, like meron pa siyang may layer pa siya nung nung sa chipset, 'di ba? Yung USB 2 or USB 1 direct kasi siya. So siguro yun. Either yun muna yung try mo before you try na bumili ng PS2.
If yun yung naging problema ko because my motherboard had no USB 2 ports anymore. Puro USB 3 na lang lahat.
Oh, grabe.
I never had this problem before because lagi naman at least may legacy, at least one or two USB 2 ports or USB 1 ports, di ba? Wala. Unfortunately, si MSI feel niya hindi na kailangan ng USB 2 ports.
Yeah, pero may PS2. Kasi,
yeah. Install.
yeah.
Fun times.
I guess we can take some questions in the chat since while we're waiting for our host/producer to come back from his dog's call of nature. Mark Intal from Facebook asked, I got a GPU working sa display. Pero pag install ko na sa normal boot and safe mode, nagpa-black screen. But he's able to get it into safe mode. So nagdi-display naman siya sa safe mode. He tried to uninstall the drivers using DDU and update the drivers. It's not clear actually. Parang I tried to uninstall it using DDU, also nag-reinstall ako ng ibang version. Latest, old, and mid versions. I guess, but he means na even with the driver changes, pagpasok niya normally sa Windows, black screen pa din. Black screen also sa normal boot. Hindi na detect GPU ko. Microsoft basic driver nakalagay. So in normal mode, the GPU can't be detected. But in safe mode, nade-detect yung GPU.
That would mean driver issue yun. Kasi pag safe mode, generic drivers yung ilalagay niya eh. Baka kaya ganun. I don't know.
But he's saying kasi in safe mode, he's able to install the drivers. Pero parang when he gets back to the regular mode, wala na. Ganun ulit. Parang black screen ulit. It does sound like a driver issue, or maybe wipe
Or
Windows.
You think
it's a mobo thing?
pwede ring mobo eh. I don't know.
Looks like you'll have to, trial and error in this,
Yeah. Or meron kaya siyang riser? Kasi dati yun yung problem ko eh. PCIe na riser. Tapos, Gen 4 yung PCIe niya. Tapos, Gen 3 lang yung riser.
Oh, that's although his GPU kasi is 660, tsaka yung mobo niya H61MX. So I mean, I don't think it's a PCIe 4, PCIe 3 issue. If it were me, I would reinstall Windows. Baka something messed up in your Windows installation. Kasi weird na it works in safe mode but not in the normal mode.
Yeah.
Aste asks from YouTube, am I being ignored? Actually, I haven't seen any questions from you.
What monitor? Aste said, what monitor can I buy po kaya? Looking for IPS panel for productivity and occasional photo and video editing. 27-inch and up. Recommendations po sana. Well, really depends on your budget. If you're looking for the best photo and video editing, the best brand would be Philips, right? Am I right, Rocket Programmer?
Yeah, or BenQ.
Yeah.
No. Asus VG27A QL. I swear by it. The
Pero
review is on the channel.
That's true.
IPS
Color accuracy. IPS panel eh. IPS pa siya.
And accurate.
Yeah.
Like Adobe sRGB 100%.
Oh, 140% or some.
Oh, really?
Some wild thing na hindi naman ako video editor so hindi ko na-appreciate. Pero I swear by the AG.
Pero
something
magkano naman yan?
But you pay for the quality.
But that's Asus tough, diba? That's a tough monitor.
Yeah. So it's not even the ROG line. So
Antonio is still selling the Dell 2710.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Dell.
yeah.
Sorry, Dell. I don't know why I said Philips. I'm thinking Dell.
Yeah.
the SE27, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, 2717 there. That's a good one for mas
Photo and
mura
video
siya
editing.
relatively.
Yeah.
Okay naman yung color niya.
And 27 inches. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah. 12,000, 13 or 14, I forgot na kung magkano siya.
Yeah, but in short though, it's not a gaming monitor. Lahat yan 60 frames. Except the one mentioned by Anton, which is ano yun? Naka 165 ba yan? Yung frames per second?
300, man. 300.
Sorry. 300.
Oh my God.
Tama ba? Or 200 or some way.
Yeah.
Okay, malaking bagay ang 300 kaysa sa 200. I remember you said 320.
Check ko ngayon. Nandito naman sa
Rocky yung
anyway.
Dell, siya, 75 Hz siya.
Sorry.
monitor.
Actually, you know, I can feel that extra 15 hertz.
Yeah.
You can feel
makes a
it.
difference.
Especially sa Windows. Oo.
Yeah.
According to Linus, you can't feel it though.
Whatever. That's a lie.
It's in the first
Yeah.
It's when you get to the later parts na medyo hirap ka na
When my monitor, my Samsung monitor, I had to, naka HDMI cable lang siya. 50 frames lang siya. Pero yung usual 60. Man, it was so bad.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
super bad.
Sorry, this is a 170 Hz monitor na over.
Okay.
Grabe naman. Grabe naman, na doble.
300 Hz.
The laptop they sent us was 300. Yung Scar 17.
Yeah. And pero like yung the best na monitor for ganun, yung sa Apple, yung Pro Display.
Someone's bombing the chat.
Oh my God.
Wala pa ako sa... I'm still in the old messages.
Yeah.
Please mute this spamming guy.
Nakita niyo na si may nag-message sa atin usapang monitor daw. May nag-chat.
Oh
yes, I see the person
wall
now.
of text. Yeah. Napaka-contentious talaga ng monitors eh. It's really
Yeah, grabe.
preferences.
Oh, actually, I'm pretty happy at my MSI monitor. Even though now, sabi ni Anton, sobrang pangit na yung color accuracy ng monitor ko. Parang I didn't want to know that, but acceptable naman. I mean, if it's fast naman.
Just to answer the champ's question, no need to spam. I mean, not that we're rewarding the spam, but A good M-ATX case for AIOs. We actually recently reviewed it also, the Deep Cool MacCube 110. I was really impressed. I think it's up to a 280 millimeter rad, and for an M-ATX case, that's pretty good. I could be wrong, it might go up higher, pero parang 280 yung naalala ko, which is quite good for an M-ATX case.
140? Laki na
Definitely a 240 rad will fit there kasi we tried that. That's what we installed in our test bench. Pero parang 280 kaya eh. So that's a very the airflow is good. It's a very reasonably priced case and it comes in different colors. Deep Cool MacCube 110, which just for disclaimer they lent to us, but you know that's long-term loan. It's still a loan.
But loan lang yun, hindi yun.
Di naman siya but yeah, so you might wanna check that out. I can't think of any. We usually also carry the Cooler Master MB311, which is an M-ATX case, but I can't recall what size of rad fits into that. I was really impressed kasi with the 110 na parang ang roomy niya for an M-ATX case. It even fits GPUs up to 330 millimeters, which is about the longest that even the 3000 series cards go. Yeah, that's quite good for an M-ATX case. But please stop spamming.
Yeah, well, he said thanks na.
There's a question here which I think might be on a lot of people's minds. Patrick Starlar from the chat. Any GPU recommendation for budget while waiting for the price of 3000 series to normalize or near MSRP? Around 100 to 200. So,
1660 Ti. 1660 Ti, diba? Is that normalized?
I don't think you can get that for 10,000.
For 10,000, my budget siya.
Was he saying $200? Sorry, when you $200?
$200, yeah.
Oh, 10,000 pesos. I don't think you can get 1660 Ti for. 1650 maybe if you can find one na okay.
550X. How about the AMD one?
The 5600 XT? That's over 10,000.
No. The 560
RX 580.
Yeah, that one.
That would be good, but I've been seeing that around 12 or something. I think higher than 10.
At this point, parang everybody has that na eh. So it's not gonna be an upgrade. Parang ganun na rin.
Sa bagay, baka it won't be.
Yeah. Parang while waiting for a 3000 series, bili ka na lang ng PS5. Like, as in, yun yung ultimate na waiting device.
Maghihintay ka rin para dun. May shortage rin yun eh.
Pero meron na sa Lazada eh. May legit
na legit. Hindi lang yung box lang or something.
Yeah, hindi. Yung picture lang.
Yung picture prices? Rocky the
Programmer? 27,995. So, 28.
I'll tell my brother.
Yeah, so mas mura pa rin. Mas mura pa rin sa 37.
Yeah. Sorry, Patrick.
It's 1650 siguro would be the I can think of na maybe, but even then they're around higher now than 10, some of them.
Yeah. Or I used na 1070.
Yeah, baka second hand.
Yeah, second hand na
1070 baka kinain na yun ng mga miners. People are starting to set up mining rigs ulit eh.
Yeah. I've been mining nga eh.
I
never thought na I'd go dun sa
excuse for Rocky the Programmer kasi nagigame ka rin naman.
Hindi na eh.
As well. Hindi na eh, puta.
Kasi iniisip mo na sayang yung hash time.
Yeah, sobrang sayang. Tapos yung ginagamit ko pa sa tune siya for an RTX 3000 series. So
sorry, that's a highlight. I just wanted to say again, a shout out to Drex De La Paz. He says he missed ordering from us. I remember Drex before we turned it over to other people to respond. I remember I handled a lot of his transactions. So good to hear from you again, and I'm glad that you're still watching the show.
Good to see you again.
All right. So yeah, moving on. From Anonymous. How can you do an Anonymous?
You can do it on the Puwede Magtanong.
Okay. Sir, pwede po ba magtanong kung yun po bang mobo ay na-damage ng static? Pwede din po ba maapektuhan ng static yung front panel connector? Salamat po sa sagot. Newbie lang po kasi. Everyone's a newbie, trust me.
Actually, this one, just for context, I asked him if the question was, you're sure na nasira yung mobo or na-damage yung mobo dahil sa static, And then you're asking kung parang nag-flow yun to the front panel. Hindi ko masyado magets kasi yung premise. Yeah, I'm not
Sabi niya.
entirely clear. And then, but you're super sure na static yung naka-damage doon? Kasi parang ganun yung flow nung tanong.
How do you also know if static really damaged it?
Yeah,
like you just
that's
felt it?
also,
Like,
you're
yung
sure
ganun?
na ano?
Oo.
No, when you touched it, parang may bzzz.
Or like there's lightning bolts shooting from your finger towards it.
Nag-arc.
Nung nag-build si Jay nung isang last Sunday, ayun eh. Nung hinawakan niya. Hindi, pero case lang. As in,
Okay.
first time ko makita yun actually. Nung
What?
nag-arc yung gumanon.
There was an actual, ano?
Yeah, na-arc. Gumanon.
Whoa.
Sanay na daw
Jay,
siya.
Sith Lord.
Parang, na, second nature na, okay, masashock ako ngayon.
Is it the
Buti
shop?
na lang
Is it,
case.
Oo nga. Hindi mobo.
Pero yung static yun eh. I think yung nakita niya, yung naramdaman niya doon sa front panel. Kasi yung ibang front panel, may para silang may 5 volt na supply yun. So, kahit naka-off yung PC mo, pwede kang mag-charge sa kanya, basta nakasaksak siya. So, yun. Pwedeng,
okay.
yeah, makukuryente ka talaga doon kapag hinawakan mo yung kadalasan may icon yun na lightning. Pero hindi siya yung lightning na as in light, yung thunderbolt. Pero may lightning lang just to say na you can use this to either fast charge or pwede mo siyang gawing power talaga.
Even with the PC
powered
off.
USB port
Yeah.
siya.
So yun.
I like this Magic the Gathering. 1 hour static bolt equals deals 3 damage to target motherboard or RAM. Good times.
So for the question, it might have just been hindi related yung nararamdaman sa front panel. You know, that's as Rocky the programmer was saying, it could be because it has its own electricity feed and that's what you're feeling instead of just like yung galing sa mobo tapos parang dadaan tapos lalabas dun sa front panel. But again, medyo I couldn't quite follow exactly like where the question was going and parang very clear yung premise na damage yung mobo sa static. But even that, it's not very immediate all the time na hinawakan ko yung RAM ko, sira na yan kasi hindi ako nag-discharge beforehand. I mean, hindi siya...
There was a video about that, di ba?
Yeah,
The guy who plays with electricity.
Yeah.
It takes quite some time before you can damage it.
And he was shocking Linus with his discharge gun or whatever. Yeah.
Kulit ng video na yun.
Yeah, they tried really hard para masira.
To damage it, diba? To damage the components.
So hindi siya basta random lang na Although it can still happen. So
or long-term damage. Para instead na 10 years yung RAM mo, 5 years na lang.
Yeah.
Okay, sabi ni Emmanuel nga, Linus made a video about it.
Yeah, Mr. Boom Boom, I think is the name of the guy.
What a name.
Electro Boom.
Electro Boom, sorry. Yeah.
Sabi ni
Cultural differences.
Sabi ni Kenzo Villanueva, pa-shoutout po mga idol sa Hardware Sugar. Sila po ang gumawa ng PC ko. At natupad ko ang pangarap ko din pong mag-start ng sarili kong channel. Salamat po, HWS.
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan of that YouTube page. Si Ken's Cast ba yan? Si Ken's Cast?
Fan na rin ako po nung
ng twice. Hindi one. Hindi one,
One Direction, twice.
Twice.
Oh man.
Alrighties. Wait, sorry. What's the answer to this question? Sorry. What did you say to this?
Lucky the programmer.
Yeah, pwedeng masira, pwede. But like, it's very unlikely. Pero, yung mga, parang siya parang i-weigh mo rin talaga yung risk. So, yun nga. Ingatan mo na lang.
So, I guess he really broke it kasi it's not working anymore or baka he just inserted it wrong.
Yeah, well, sabi daw ba niya, like, paano sira?
Paano sira? Tinry na niya ba to unplug, replug?
I followed up. I gave a follow-up question on the site, but he hasn't replied.
I think in summary, it's highly likely hindi na destroy dahil sa static. So baka sira siya pero hindi dahil sa static. Okay, so you can sleep better at night knowing hindi galing sa finger yung reason as to why nasira siya. So, baka defective talaga siya, and then you can have it replaced. I've never heard of a store replacing something because of static. Besides, who says that, diba? Na, nasiraan ko siya dahil sa static.
Yeah.
Diba?
I
think they'll replace it.
Hindi so sure na yun nga yun.
Okay.
Hello from Nen. I'm guessing it's Nen. Hello and good day. I'd like to ask if Ryzen 7 2700 and RX 5
It's Neil, man.
sorry, nakat eh.
Okay. Neil.
Is a good CPU and GPU
Neil.
pair. He will recommend me to try the bottleneck checker on the internet. I have almost 10% result of bottlenecking at 1080p. Is this something that I have to worry about, or am I just thinking about it? I think you're super bottleneck. I think your CPU is so crazily Ryzen 7, is that the latest ba?
No, it's a 2700. So it's the second gen Ryzen. Actually, I researched this one. Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
Go ahead. Ikaw muna.
No, I was just saying the RX 580 is fine. It might be a little bottleneck, but for 1080p gaming, it's super good. And it's a good pairing with the R7 2700. And I mean, inevitably naman, yung bottlenecking, hindi naman yan one size fits all. It depends on the game. It depends on what resolution you're running it at. But in general, I see nothing wrong with the CPU and GPU combo.
Seem to remember one of the bottlenecking calculators I use. Na if it's below 10%, they pretty much say na it's fine. Pag lumagpas ka ng 10%, that's when they start saying na parang it's a significant bottleneck. Yeah. So kung almost 10%, so borderline siya. You should be good to go.
I'm trying to check.
Ang magandang bottleneck 0%. Yun yung acceptable for me.
It depends on the kind of user you are.
Yeah.
Pero like paminsan i-downgrade yung ibang speed para mag-match eksakto.
Yeah. Tsaka parang just to put it into context, yung 2700, better siya than yung 3600 XT ko. Like, ganun kaganda yung 2700. So, ayun. Yun lang.
Wait, I'm doing my own calculation. Baka he used a different calculator.
I don't know.
No, he's correct. What do you call it? In fact, mine came out worse eh. If at 1440p, that combination would give you 11.64% bottleneck.
Yeah.
And then 1080p, exactly 10% nga, 9.99. Is it something you have to worry about? Actually, you can also answer this question in a different way. You can be like, the game will run. It's just that you're not making full use of the parts. So if you're gaming on something that you don't mind, lowering the graphics, it will play. Baka kasi I think he might not know what bottlenecking means. It means that the graphics card and the CPU will still work together. It's just that one is pulling the other one down, so it won't be as you're not getting your money's worth for the combo. But it will run the game.
Yeah, tsaka kung 1080p tapos 60 Hz, okay na yung 580 eh.
Yeah.
Like, yun muna yung i-consider niya. If like 1440p siya tapos for like 1080p na 144 Hz, yun, dun na siya medyo mag-worry. Pero kaya pa rin eh. Kaya pa rin ng 580 eh.
Well,
depende kung ano nilalaro niya.
Mga 5 FPS, 10 FPS or something.
Yeah.
Or
actually, si Anton did a video a while back with a 3080, and then yun, bottlenecked ka, diba? Wait, you're bottlenecked now, right?
Yeah.
So there, ayan, si Anton's been bottlenecked with his CPU for like months, but he's still playing. In fact, that's what he used to play in Cyberpunk eh.
Cyberpunk, Warrior 5.
So, hindi siya end of the world.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
you should play Cyberpunk na at least 60 FPS, sir. Like,
I think,
hindi dapat below 60 FPS.
I
Like,
think kaya kong ibaban ko yung resolution, but at the same time, I wanted it full rate eh. So I was like,
wait. You're below 60 FPS?
I was like
he's
40
around
something.
40.
In
Around 40
at full yung 2K native resolution.
Wait. So you
Cyberpunk.
sacrificed frames for resolution.
Yeah. And full details, RTX.
You maxed the
etc.
graphics.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy, dude. Even I wouldn't have done that.
And I saw your gameplay, Rocky the Programmer. I know Ren used it in one of our video. Yung parang samurai. I was watching it, I'm like, hindi ganito playstyle ko. I'm like,
Kaya kasi nga mabilis kasi 60 frames. So like, yung natatranslate ng tama yung movements.
Kaya ko rin naman yun ha. I'm gonna boot it up.
Yung DLSS, dapat i-on yung DLSS.
I think I did. I think
yung ray tracing wag psycho. Kasi
I think ultra lang or high or one of those
Yeah.
For context, for those who don't know, kasi sobrang luma ng CPU ko, it's an i5 4690K. Kaya magba-bottleneck talaga yon sa RTX sa 3080.
Mas parang it would paint a better picture kung sasabihin mo na DDR3 yung RAM mo.
And yes, my RAM is DDR3, pero bago yun like it failed like a couple of months ago, so I got new DDR3 RAM.
Oh, did someone just donate money to us?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen. I got new. Oh yes, thanks FT Gato TV. Thank you.
I see it. FT Gato.
And
Thanks for the
$5.
thanks.
Blessings to you as well.
Blessings be, brother.
Asrock
blessed be pala yun.
B450 M Pro 4 Micro and RX 5700 XT. Then CPU i3. Okay,
What are you?
na.
This is the next question.
That's the
Sorry.
next question. Yeah. So B450 motherboard Micro RX 5700 XT GPU. Then i3 CPU. i3 what? Diba there are many kinds of i3s.
And tsaka B450, so dapat Ryzen.
Yeah, sir. I put this question in kasi this motherboard is for Intel. It's for AMD, but
and he bought the
the
Intel processor.
CPU is Intel. So just
So hindi gagana yan.
Yeah, that won't work, guys. I mean, it's a super basic question for those who are used to computers, but if you're just starting, you really need to check ano yung socket ng motherboard at compatible ba yun sa socket ng CPU. We do have a video about that, like on how to pick the proper motherboard for your CPU, so you can go check that out. And again, it's a very basic thing, but kung bago ka pa lang, it's an easy mistake to make, to be honest. And yun nga, if you're not familiar, maano ka talaga. If you buy those wrong parts, hindi mo talaga magagamit yan. Nasayang lang pera mo. So really, do your research, ask friends that you do know, kasi it is very easy to make that mistake na, yung nabili kong CPU Intel, pero yung motherboard AMD pala, hindi talaga gagana yan. Walang adapter, walang converter, wala kang magawa. You won't be able to do anything with those two parts.
Madaming internal paste? Madaming internal paste?
Kung isiksik mo yan lahat
And then, just use PC parts picker. That's the most common thing that it'll tell you na hindi compatible. PC parts picker. Just go to it's a free website. See yan?
Yeah, all the combinations have been
are there. Let me see. What else we got? A question from the chat. Looking for upgrade from Athlon. Oh my god. 200 GE.
Athlon!
Budget is 5,900. Upgrade. So upgrade, this is the CPU. Mahirap. Mahirap to. We need to know your motherboard and your GPU and so forth. And usually, if you're an Athlon, bakit Athlon ka ngayon, Marv?
Hindi na.
Yung old one.
Yung old
before.
one.
Meron lang siyang fond memories ng Athlon.
Fond memories.
Ako din eh. I also have fond memories of Athlon. But to answer your question,
AMD ako all the way.
to answer your question, Potato Rex, you're better off just buying a new computer altogether. In fact, you can get a good PC for 15,000 na bagong-bago lahat. In fact, you might have difficulty getting compatible parts that's worth your money for an Athlon 200 GE. I mean, that means your motherboard's old, your RAM is old. You'll mas cost efficient to raise your budget to 15,000 for a whole new PC. Less hassle pa kasi someone else will be able to build it for you.
Yeah, whole new PC pero walang
Actually,
GPU.
Integrated.
Yeah, Ryzen
You have to
5
get
3200G. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ayan, ayan.
Yeah.
Kaya
Kasi
tapos,
even yung parang ang Athlon AM2 pa ba yan? Or AM3 na ba yan?
Athlon
Yung
what?
socket yan.
Athlon
Yung
ano ba?
sinabi eh. Saan yung
Oo.
tanong na yan? I was an Athlon kid. Flash.
Hindi, yung sinabi mo, Rocky, yung nagpaparecommend na
Yeah,
upgrade.
yeah.
Kasi kung
Di ko mahanap
his sockets would
Athlon.
limit it di ba?
Yeah.
Parang even at kung AM3 yung current board niya, hanggang FX na lang yung AM3, di ba? Yung series ng CPU supported. So, hindi ka maka-Ryzen. So, might as well
Yeah.
just bite the bullet and go Ryzen.
Content suggestion. Budget PC build under 30K. That's a difficult question.
No,
Hindi naman
and it's a
difficult.
difficult time eh. Difficult time para
Kasi
budget.
right now, in short, the prices kasi, if it was normal, you'd be able to get a good enough 30,000 peso PC. Just that right now, maraming miners kasi. Yung mga miners dyan. Ano yan? In normal times, a 30,000 PC, Ryzen 5 3100 and a 1060?
Yeah.
Mga ganun? Kaya?
Yeah.
Yeah, a small SSD.
Hmm.
Stock cooler. Yeah.
Tapos walang RGB. Simpleng case lang.
Normal
Kaya.
times. Yeah.
And Rocky, and to be fair to miners, hindi lang naman yata, parang di ba mahal din yung component cost din. So,
Yeah.
So there are new taxes in place or something kasi China and the US or whatever stuff. Oh,
And may silicon shortage.
there's also silicon shortage. Yeah.
Yung
ayun,
pinaka-raw.
yeah.
Oh.
Pero miners talaga.
Not a good sign.
Kasi pinanilimas ngayon.
Wait, I had this. I need to answer Juan Paulo Teodoro. Do you think Dito Telcom has a shot? I don't know if they have a shot, but rather I hope that they do something. Kasi it's been too long na we've just been handling PLDT and Globe. I mean, look, we're just dying here with the internet.
Sana maging disruptive sila.
But for people who don't know, actually how the telecom companies work is PLDT would need to give a portion of its infrastructure in order for Dito Telecom to actually function. Hindi ba most of the infrastructure for telecom was awarded to PLDT and some of it needs to be, diba? Isn't that how it goes?
Yung backbone,
Originally?
It's
bandwidth?
interconnectivity to the gateway of PLDT o yung parang internet backbone.
Right. So essentially, it goes back to PLDT. In some way, Globe and Ditto need to work in the end with PLDT for it to work.
Yes.
Hopefully, what will happen is si Globe at saka si PLDT will get scared. And then,
Offer
Better services. And then after
Yeah.
that, they get bought out like Sun Cellular.
Yeah.
then balik ulit.
Oh. And then balik ulit.
Ang sana na maging maging sumikat din dito yung Starlink. Starlink ba yun?
Elon Musk?
Kay Tesla.
SpaceX,
Oo.
SpaceX
Kasi
launch.
kasi yun hindi kailangan ng dun. Hindi niya kailangan
Wire,
ng cable.
no wires. Yeah.
Gusto ang ping ng satellite-based internet. I've never really checked it.
Yung sa Starlink daw 20 ms.
So, pwede kang Pwede kang
mag-game.
FPS, first-person shooter.
Tapos kahit nasa rural area ka. So, ayun.
Yeah.
Gamer yun si Elon Musk. Di ba nagko-comment siya about about Overwatch? Parang may
Tapos rin yun, nag-invest din sa crypto yun.
big investment.
Whatever Elon Musk says, go!
Outlaw Pig from YouTube asks, do you have any idea about lockdown browsers and monitoring? Parang this is up Marvin's alley. I think what he means by lockdown browser is like somebody else can shut out the user. I guess you can lock down the browser. Kasi may parang monitoring aspect.
Wait. Sorry. BRB. I think my dog now needs to go number 2. Heat up. I don't want her to go here. So,
This
teka lang.
is very unprofessional.
don't.
We're reporting you to itong sino hardware sugar. Lockdown browsers and monitoring.
Wouldn't it just be easier to just lock down? I think we talked about this a bit, Rocky the Programmer. Lock down Just,
Router, yeah.
yung network settings na lang.
Via router.
Yeah. Or,
Yung sa browser, naisip ko lang lockdown is parental controls, if at all. But nothing,
Yeah, but-
nothing.
baka naman brand yun. Ano ba yun? Lockdown? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
It is a brand.
It is. Respondas.
Okay.
As you're asking, so he's asking about our
I
opinion on lockdown, bro. I've never heard of it.
It's a thing.
Oh, it's for
Sorry,
schools.
not
Yun nga, it's supposed to. I guess it's supposed to.
For tests,
Like-
for tests siya.
Oh, or like you don't want the students surfing trash.
Yung
Okay.
kailangan proctored. And I think it's specific for exams. The more I browse.
Ah,
I think
yeah.
that's
Oh,
something
sorry,
that they would use
Securing online
the bar
exams. Oh,
Yeah.
protected environments. So the question was,
sorry.
ano masasabi natin? Was that it?
Don't try to circumvent it. Don't cheat. If you cheat in ACADS, you're only cheating yourself.
Parang naalala kita nung high school
Oy, 0! No cheating. Not worth the price of getting kicked out.
Pero 'di ba yung pag-cheat, parang that also shows yung like pagiging
Creativity?
resourceful. Yeah, pagiging resourceful mo. That's like translatable na real life ano yun. Like the skill.
And risk cost-benefit analysis, di ba? Does
Yeah.
the risk outweigh
Yeah.
the potential gain? There's a lot
Yeah.
of game theory going on there.
Well, cheating in high school, nobody cares about your high school grades. So, get kicked out of high school. Medyo it goes both ways. Nobody cares, so why would you cheat for it? But then, nobody cares, so who cares if you get kicked out?
May question si Valiant eh. Sabi niya ano daw ginagawa nung DLSS.
DLSS.
Yeah. So, ano siya eh, yung RTX course, meron din siyang separate na, ano ba, may separate na chip sa loob ng NVIDIA cards na what it does kapag in-enable so kailangan supported nung game yung DLSS and kailangan meron kang RTX na video card. Kasi what it does is it upsamples yung resolution nung game mo. Pero it does it na parang mas clever. So instead of i-display niya lang ng mas mataas na resolution, kumbaga ipe-predict niya na kung ano yung pixels sa kung ano yung pixels sa katabi nun. So ang mangyayari nun, para kang essentially nire-render mo siya, let's say in 4K, pero hindi talaga literal. So it's faster, tapos ayun, minimal lang din yung difference sa graphic quality. So magandang gawin yun sa let's say may 1080p ka na game or like may 1080p ka na monitor, i-DLSS mo pa rin siya. So that pwede kang like naka-on yung ray tracing mo pero 150 plus yung frames per second mo. So yun yung niya, yun yung parang practical na usage niya ngayon.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be an easy speed boost, kumbaga.
Yeah.
Parang it tries to guess what the next pixel or the surrounding pixels will be. So your GPU isn't as strained, kumbaga.
Yeah. Tapos AI yun, like
So AI,
deep learning, whatever.
which to be fair is how this whole AI thing started. They were really using GPUs because the GPUs are configured or set up to handle that kind of processing that they need for AI deep learning.
Yeah.
So if anybody ever tells you na nothing good came out of gaming, that is not true.
Yeah, itong hardware sugar, it came out.
Skynet will come out of gaming.
Hindi lang naman tayo gaming We've had a lot of actually I think parang all of our customers, 95% siguro.
Yeah.
gaming oriented.
Yeah, 95% nung staff din. Like, gaming din.
Si Rox na rin ata mag-game eh. Na-inspire. Two Joints from YouTube asks, ano po problema ng PC ko kasi minsan 2 beses ko pa kailangan i-press yung power button bago mag-open. It could be the physical power button on your monitor. So you can try jumping your mobo, the headers on the mobo. And if it consistently turns on when you do that, then baka it's just the physical button on the motherboard. Long-time viewers of the channel know that my power button on my case is shot to shit, and so it's not working, and so I have to buti na lang yung mobo ko may button. You just press the button on the motherboard, the PC starts. If your mobo doesn't have that, yun nga, you can always jump the headers on the mobo. It sounds scary, but actually if you watch a YouTube video, madali lang naman siya. You just get a screwdriver and you jam it there, and it's pretty foolproof also. I've had to do that.
Kung gusto niya ng exciting project, palitan niya ng capacitative button.
You can try to fix your or you can make your own switch, diba? Your own on switch. Basic circuitry lang naman yun. But again, that's not to say we encourage you to do stuff like that if you're not trained to do that.
Or yun nga, or like yung i-suggest ko kay Sir Anton, ili na ng bagong
Pwede din yun.
Kasi sobrang dami ng...
I keep getting told by different people na I should get a new Bakit ba? Okay pa naman computer ko
Someone from YouTube tab has the best solution. Practical. Deo O'Connor says, ilipat sa reset button.
Yeah.
Pwede. Nobody uses naman the reset button anymore. Yeah. Good point. Thank
How come
you.
no one uses the reset button anymore?
I don't know. The reset button.
Oh, have you used the reset button recently?
I only use it if talagang hindi siya gumagana. Like kung na-freeze siya and stuff. Like it's the
usually
nuclear
the
option.
power work, you just hold the power button long enough, the PC will shut down eh. So even just kung reset purposes, you don't need the reset anymore.
Actually, wala pala akong reset button. I was like, what am I talking about? Isa lang yung button ko eh.
Saka minsan mas masarap pag i-unplug mo na lang. Like, especially pagka
that's
talagang sa computer mo.
You're hurting it.
You deserve to die. Unplug. You remind me of that guy like 4 or 8 episodes ago, may nagtanong na paminsan iinis lang talaga sa computer ko, hinahampas ko eh. Or parang violent sa computer. Like, relax.
All right.
But I know what you mean.
Okay, RAM fan motherboard na ARGB. I'm using po Aorus B450 Elite. Na-try ko na gumamit ng Corsair na software pero hindi na-read ang ARGB ng rack fans saka ARGB ng motherboard. So, he used the IQ software, I guess.
Yes,
Anton says, generally, Corsair IQ will only work with Corsair products. I've never heard of it working with the products of any other brands. Anton, what I meant, hindi na-read ang Corsair software ang rack case fan na ARGB. Do I need to buy RGB controller?
So I just put this question because it illustrates again, mahirap talaga yung RGB. Kailangan if you're getting an RGB build, kailangan talagang planuhan yan. I mean, you see a lot of builds online, RGB, maganda tingnan. And the initial thought is, madali lang yan. But there's a lot of thought that goes into RGB. And then the question here, I thought I answered it quite clearly eh. Parang one sentence lang nga sagot ko eh. Hindi siya gagana.
Kasi it's difficult eh. Kasi you could see here that he doesn't know the difference between ARGB and RGB. That's why his follow-up question talagang is really clear, is, you know.
Tsaka kung Corsair tsaka NZXT, proprietary talaga yan. They only work with their products. Corsair won't...
let me correct you. That's not true. The Corsair stuff apparently seems to work with the Asus Aura Sync. I've been able to get it to work. I don't know why they work, but they work.
Products that are compatible with Aura Sync, you can change the color in Corsair IQ?
No. Using Aura Sync, I've been able to change the colors of my Corsair RAM.
Kasi RAM.
But what I'm
Corsair
saying
RAM.
is you can't use Corsair IQ software with
Yeah.
other
Correct.
hardware.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like
Right.
Deep Cool, hindi yan gagana, Rack, hindi yan gagana.
Right.
IQ,
IQ is for just Corsair products, period. Yeah.
yeah. So I thought, yun nga. So and then the follow-up question was na, what if I buy a Corsair hub, yung Commander Pro? I really don't think that will work. Usually, especially nga Corsair tsaka NZXT, usually proprietary yung mga RGB stuff nila eh. That's why we like products like Deepcool, like Cooler Master. Yan, multiple compatibility yan. Pwede sa Gigabyte, pwede sa MSI, pwede sa Asus. So, yun nga, you really need to plan your RGB builds. Yung rack kasi tsaka yung Dark Flash, they're nice because they're cheap. I mean, they're relatively inexpensive, but their compatibility is not so good. So, yun nga, another thing you need to consider, depending on what RGB, and as Rocky was mentioning, may RGB, may ARGB. We also have a video on that on YouTube if you want to explore further. So, bottom line, there's a lot of things to consider sa RGB. That's just not pretty lights. You need to think about the mobo you're getting, if you need a fan hub for the power, and you need another hub to control, like the controller hub. So it can get quite confusing.
Or essentially, you just need to ask your question as to what is the difference in terms of RGB quality in spite of the price differences. Obviously, you're paying a little bit extra for something, right? Hindi siya, what do you call that? Uy, magic na, sobrang mura tong RGB na to. Ito na lang kukuha ko. But yun nga, you are paying a premium if you get the other stuff because they get to sync with other devices. Basta, I think the most diverse is using the Asus Aura Sync app program. Ikaw, Rocky the programmer, what do you think is the most compatible species of products? Using Aura Sync or...
Yeah, I think parang yung sa sinabi ni Sir Anton, baligtad eh. Na ang madami talaga na compatibility, yun yung mga mura. Yung mga mahal, yung mga Corsair, sila yung may exclusivity eh. Na parang they're expecting you to buy into the ecosystem ng products nila. So, yun. I para sa akin, like, if you don't want yung sobrang, like, yung quality ng RGB ng Corsair, stick with yung mga components na pwedeng mag-connect lang na directly sa motherboard. Kasi that would mean na makokontrol ng motherboard mo yung RGB ng components mo.
But like here, just based on the pictures here, I think this is Corsair RAM, diba? I can see it.
Yeah.
So I think won't this work na lang with a different program? So he doesn't need to use IQ. He can use something else.
Yeah, because basta connected dun sa motherboard. So kung ano yung software ng motherboard niya, it would control it. Pero ang ano kasi dumbawa dun sa yung mga fans ng Corsair. Hindi, yung fans ng Corsair, parang 'di ba kailangan pa nila nung mga hubs?
Yes.
Like proprietary yung connection nila.
Same with NZXT.
Yeah, so yun. Kailangan mo nung controllers nila, kailangan mo nung software nila. Yun. So yun lang yung parang ipaplano mo talaga eh. Like una, kung yung component na yun, can this component be controlled by my motherboard? Kung hindi, yun, medyo iba yung piliin mo. Pero yeah, Corsair talaga the best. Like yung RAM ko, like parang ilan may 16 yung color zones niya. Kaya nagawa ko yung hardware sugar.
Color scheme.
Yeah. Color scheme.
How did you come up with that? Like, did you trial and error until you got the color, or?
No, yeah. Pwede mo i-manually iset sa IQ. Di ba 16 yun? 16 or parang 8 lang yata or something.
Oh, pasend yan.
Yes.
Pasend yan. Kasi I have 4 sticks eh. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just last RGB, usually it's rack and dark flash na lower end. Yun, actually sort of like the lower end and the super high end, they mirror each other na they want you to use their own stuff. Yung mid end, like Deep Cool, CM, who else? has good. The ones in the mid range usually have good compatibility with everybody. But I've noticed the rack and the dark flash, they don't play well with others. Then that goes for the super high end like Corsair and NCXT. They also usually don't play well with others.
And yun pala, if yung iba kasi tulad ng dark flash, alam ko meron yung
may sarili silang
yeah, may parang yung controller, yung parang remote.
Physical, yeah.
If you want to control using yung software ng motherboard mo, wag mo i-connect yun. Ayun.
Alright.
Like, diretso dapat.
Alrighty. Next question.
ARGB.
Hi sir, may question ho ako. Di ko kasi naubutan yung live questions niyo eh. Oh, we're live now. Dito ko na lang idaan kung okay. Oh, you're also live. Lang eh. Yung PSU ko
Okay.
may buzzing sound. Yung brand and type is Silverstone Strider Gold Series 650. We sell this brand. I don't think, did we ever sell the Strider mismo? Na-replace na siya ng shop pero ganun pa din may times na nababuzz pa rin siya. Ang sabi nila normal lang daw. I need your help and advice. Usually a gold series should not be able to make the buzzing
Coil
sound.
wide, no?
Ano sa tingin mo?
Ano yung buzzing sound niya?
I guess it's the usual. Yung electrical sound.
Coil wine.
Coil.
Yeah, yun.
Yeah.
Iniisip ko call wine.
Yeah, kung ganun, like normal lang yun eh. Pero like, if it's buzz na gumagano'n talaga.
Yung parang naman nagsha-short circuit.
Yeah. Yeah, yun. Parang siguro ganun. May noise talaga from the PSU, but it shouldn't be super loud. Hindi siya completely 100% 0 decibels.
I don't have any noise with my PSU, but parang I used to before. Now and then nawala. But I mean, like, I changed the PSU.
Apparently, Silverstone Strider coil wine is
Common.
It's a thing.
a thing because may video pa nga eh. Yeah.
So,
Normal lang.
So, it could be a normal thing talaga for that particular model.
so in short,
Pero kasi kung capacitor buzz yun, I forget, is
Yun,
capacitor buzz a defect ba? O hindi? I've never had that eh.
Parang it's normal. It's an unavoidable side effect in operating electronics. Sometimes talaga magkaka-coil wine or GPU wine. So it is considered within the normal tolerances of the operation of the equipment. I had to research kasi a lot of people, di naman a lot, but we do get occasional customers saying na maingay ito, and then they'll record it and they'll send it to us. But coil wine on its own, it's annoying, but it's not grounds for warranty kasi nga it's within the normal tolerances. Yung medyo lang dito, a bit surprising was gold, 80 plus gold ata tong si usually the complaints we get about coil wine are with 80 plus bronze rated PSUs. I've never gotten a complaint from a customer na naka-gold PSU tapos may coil wine. So yun lang yung But as Marvin pointed out, it seems maybe a side effect of the design of the actual PSU.
Because even the Platinum series has coil wine daw eh.
Yung Silverstone na Platinum.
Strider Platinum 650.
So maybe there's really something about the way they made those PSUs. Yun nga, hindi naman siya defect. Your PC won't explode. It's not a sign of bad things to come. But yeah, that's the first time I've heard na, akala ko kasi medyo 80 plus gold, medyo okay na siya. Based on our experience, wala na magreklamo about coil wine. But apparently, it depends talaga sa PSU.
Tsaka yan nga, yung the best way to battle yung noise sa PC, yung mga coil wine, ito ganito, like,
headset.
Ito.
Yeah, ganun.
Run your GPU so hard that the fans block out everything else. Ito mo yung yeah.
I saw a creative solution, pero it's warning, complicated siya. Parang kasi daw, if it's coil wine, it's being caused by interactions of various frequencies in your PC, di ba? So, some people have tried overclocking, overvolting certain components to see if that will
to smooth out the harmonics.
So, like, yung resonance nun, grabe. So,
Gumana naman doon sa YouTube or
Someone said, in-overclock niya yung 790 niya to 1150 more noise from PSU. So,
no, okay.
that's just one person, at your own risk.
Yeah.
I like Rocky the Programmer solution better.
Valiant Cashew Nuts, trusted po ba yung mura na 750 watt 80 plus bronze na PSU? Sorry po, from PC Hub ko, nakita yung product niya.
Wala.
So, well, I mean, actually, this is a common question, Valiant Cashew Nuts. The thing is that if it's a generic power supply unit, it probably might not be protecting your PC parts fully. So, kung na-short circuit yung PSU na yan, baka sirang-sira na rin yung GPU, mobo. So, we always say that one of the most, actually, I think si RJ would say, the most important item in your PC is the PSU because siya yung first line of defense. So, if you skimp on your PSU, i.e., when I mean by skimp, na you pick just a generic PSU, you run the risk talaga of losing the whole PC when it fails.
It might be a good PSU naman kasi 80 plus bronze naman eh. Usually the generics aren't 80 plus rated. So it could be a decent
rating.
Okay, well, if it has a brand na hindi lang China made na no brand. Yeah,
stick to dun sa mga yung mga reputable brands, Corsair.
Yeah, there are a lot of cheap naman eh. There are also a lot of cheap na branded power supply units.
Pero iba yung generic na kasi usually bundled in with the case eh. Makamura ka talaga eh. I mean,
your point,
really
Anton, about kung may rating siya, safe siya. I think mura lang yung sticker na.
Yeah.
It has to be you medyo trust na talagang rated. I mean 80 plus rated talaga siya.
Silverstone.
FSP is relatively unknown but a good PSU supplier.
FSP nga daw. Anton, FSP daw, sabi ni
FSP is one of the few brands that actually makes its own PSU.
FSP is the one, the hammer. Hammer yan? FSP hammer ba yan? Did we sold that?
We sold a lot of the FSP.
I remember hammer.
It was I think we might have had the hammer, but the one we sold a lot of was it's a very entry level PSU pero mabenta eh. I can't remember.
Pasado Valiant. Sige, kunin mo na yan.
PC Hub eh.
Meron kami. 750 watts ba? Ano ba?
Hello again. Sino to? Walang pangalan eh. You cut off the name, bro. Hello again, Boss Anton, Boss Rocky, and Peeps.
It's John Patrick Magdaleno. I'm looking at it now. It's your layout.
It's my layout. Okay.
I'm looking at the exact same graphics.
Okay.
Nice.
Question lang sana about grounded IO shield. Every time I touch the IO shield kasi I feel a small amount of shock. Considering off yung PSU and extension. 3 weeks old unit kasi to and I've experienced twice na pag-boot ko is wala siyang display and keyboard pero may ilaw yung mouse. Oh, I know what that's like. Tapos full throttle yung fans ko the whole time. Normal boot ko kasi is full throttle yung fans ko. Then mag-relax na siya once booted na. Power button and reset. Uy, may reset button siya. Reset button is also not working. Oh, that's why I had to unplug para lang ma-restart siya. Plus, mas malakas yung shock na nararamdaman ko sa IO shield ko during those 2 times. My question is this because hindi grounded yung wall outlet ko?
Yes.
Wow! Okay, that's fast. Kung saan nakasaksak yung extension ko, is it even required na sa grounded outlet nakasaksak mga unit natin or is this a PSU problem? Quick specs. Our Ryzen 3 3100 B450M, Be Quiet System Power 600 watts, and TechWare Forge M case. Thanks and always be safe. You too, be safe. Sige, Rocket the Programmer, take it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gusto ko lang i-comment yung question kasi like very well thought out yung di ba lahat
outline.
Did he follow the format that you suggested?
Hindi, pero okay lang. Tapos make specs. Dapat magandang ganun yung mga questions para maano namin. Pero yeah, most likely yun eh. Hindi grounded yung wall outlet. Kasi sabi niya kahit naka-off daw yung PSU. Yeah, ganun yun. Usually ganun talaga. Especially kasi kahit na kahit na yung three-pronged na parang socket, kung isasaksak mo yun sa adapter tapos yung isasaksak mo sa outlet, dalawa lang din. Walang ground yun. So, yun. Tsaka yun, lang talaga, normal na makakuryente ka talaga sa likod mo. Like, normal yun. Hindi naman siya masisira.
I mean, lang siguro sa parts niya. Because, baka hindi lang fully, there's something not shielded completely. So, yun ang dadaan.
Hindi, tsaka sinabi niya rin na yung reset button niya hindi nag-work.
Reset and power button, hindi na gumagana.
Okay, so yun, kailangan niyang i-double check yung yung headers nun.
Kasi, I mean, like most PCs, especially if you live in most houses sa Pilipinas that were built prior to I forgot which year of the National Electric Code.
Damn! Ano yung National Electric Code?
Mahal kasi magpaano eh. No, I don't know, Rocky, because you might want to check your grounded outlets mo. If your three-prong outlets actually have three electrical wires, dapat
inside,
isa dyan na
internally,
green wire or copper bare wire.
Yeah.
In the house that I'm staying off right now, I think it was built pre-1992. The electrical system is a mess and wala siyang grounding system completely.
Yeah.
So, I guess if may electronic problem yung computer ko, mag-ground din ako. So, for example, microwaves, notorious yan for grounding you.
Huh? Microwaves? Like,
Yung mga ref din.
Yeah, that's completely wireless though. So, ma-affect yan?
No.
No, I mean,
when you touch the
microwave, yun. And even if it's off. So, pero since sira yung power button niya, no, there could be a fault that's causing the ground. And since wala siya additional protection of having a grounded circuit, actually, whenever I see yung mga videos about electrical systems sa States, nalulungkot ako sa mga electrical systems sa Pilipinas.
Grabe ka naman.
No!
Kahit ba naman yun?
We can get killed.
Like it's a physical danger to the occupants of the house.
GFCI outlets lang sa banyo. It's so rare to have GFCI outlets. I'm hoping, sa condos kasi they do it sa breaker. Pero like most houses have outlets in their bathrooms na walang GFCI protection. So
holy shit, maybe I should ask nga.
I'll
ask the architect.
Oh
nga, no?
You installed that?
Siguro naman si Kokoed, he's above board.
They might have done yours, Rocky, sa breaker na. Kasi ngayon the requirement is not only GFCI, but AFCI breakers. So yung arc thingies, you're safe from that. Especially since you like to have wood in your house.
What does GFCI mean? Ano yun?
Ground fault, I forgot what the C mean. Basta in short, pag nag-ground yung equipment mo, instead of it going to you na tuloy-tuloy, the outlet will turn off. It will turn off. So, even if wala kang grounding wire sa bahay mo, it's a good... No, sorry. I don't want to say good. It's an alternative safety measure. Parang, if mabasa yung ground mo, and then may umapak na bata doon, instead of it killing off your kid, it will just turn off the outlet.
That's good to know.
Those two outcomes are very wide. Ang layo nung sadness level between the two.
Grabe.
Which is why it makes me sad when I see na hindi sa atin.
This is why I lang pwede magtanong, Kahit ako, dami ko natututunan
Actually, mas madami ako natututunan Kasi share na
A lot of weird shit happens on the internet. Okay.
Next question. Parang naputol. Wait, do you guys see it?
It's still going.
Same question.
No.
No, I
yung
changed it.
hindi na. Yeah.
Mine got
I can read it out.
Sige, can you read it?
Hello, nagbabalak po ako bumili ng computer, pero suggest po sa akin Ryzen. Kung kukuha po ako nung Ryzen 5 na built-in yung video card, Maganda po ba siya? At kung may budget pa naman ako, okay din po siya lagyan ng video card later on. So it's talking about most likely the R5 3400G. Oh, sorry, and Gentleman Parrot gave the GFCI ground fault circuit interrupters. Sorry,
circuit. Sorry. Yeah.
So basically, the question is asking if is the R5 3400G any good, and can he upgrade? Can he put in a video card? Once he gets the budget for it. So metro run of the mill. I mean, this is sort of a standard question we get quite often.
It's good for mga MOBAs, ganun. Okay na siya. And basta wag ka lang maglaro masyado ng mga AAA na titles. Pero even AAA titles kung babawasan mo yung it would run on low and siguro mid settings ng graphics. Okay na siya. And of course, yun nga, pwede mo naman later down the road, pwede ka ring bumili ng GPU. Siguro mga 5 years from now kapag normal na ulit yung mundo. Makakabili ka na ulit ng GPU.
10 years from now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Pero yun, okay naman.
Luke Aquino, is it okay to buy second-hand graphics cards?
I replied.
You replied?
I mean, you guys can chip in. I replied sa chat.
I'm reading yours. RJ actually bought a second-hand graphics card. One of our other Puwede Magtanong guys. And that graphics card was used as a mining graphics card for like 2 years. And then, yun nga, this friend sold it to RJ, tapos namatay after 1 month. so the thing is, you don't really know talaga when you're, when you're buying secondhand talaga, you don't know what it's been through. Gagana siya for maybe like a week, and then after that, mamatay siya. I mean, like, there's a reason why the video card is being sold. Diba usually secondhand sellers, they have a reason why they're selling it. Anong tawag dyan? What's the short word for that?
RFS.
Yan. Reason for selling.
Reason for sale.
Alright. So, well, I don't know if you believe the exact reason. Depende. But yeah, it's a major risk talaga. I would never buy a second-hand graphics card. Maybe I could buy a second-hand RAM kasi mas mura siya. I mean, kasi RAM is easy. Parang you have to limit your second-hand, limit the stuff that you buy. Yeah, your exposure. I wouldn't buy. What about a CPU kaya? Medyo mahirap din There's no way to test the CPU unless you try to plug it into your, GPU din. But you know what? I wouldn't buy secondhand. Like, daming stories sa store na they told us to install the CPU that they bought like a rig from us, but then they bought the CPU elsewhere. Tapos yung CPU na nabili nila was apparently na switch. So they thought they were getting a Ryzen 5 3600 kasi yun ang box. Pero yung sa loob parang Ryzen 5 2600 lang or something like that. So parang there's so much risk involved. I wouldn't buy a secondhand unless I would buy maybe a secondhand PC na assembled na and you get to see it testing. But even then, you don't know how long it will last, no? But at least you know what's inside. I don't know. It's a different can of worms. I'd rather, tough to say.
It's a gamble. Just like any gambling, don't play if you're not comfortable with the risk. Kasi paminsan, mas mura talaga. Me also, I bought cards na ginamit sa mining and I used them for years, no problem.
That's right, you did.
Recently, we use some at the test bench. So, hindi mo talaga masabi. It's,
I think the best way to lessen your risk is you have to buy it from someone you know.
I didn't.
You didn't? Yeah, I know. You didn't.
Hindi ko kilala yung mga
Hindi, ako yung nagbenta kay RJ yung graphics card yun. We talked it over. We talked it over naman.
That doesn't lessen the risk kasi yung nagbenta sa kanya.
Yeah. It lessens the risk in terms of
warranty.
Malice lang. Parang that your friend is not trying to screw. Talagang hindi naman niya alam na.
Yeah.
Is this why RJ is not on the show now?
Tagal na to. This was 2011 to Good times.
Parang rule of thumb, huwag kang bibili from a miner or an overclocker.
And the problem is, no one is
Yeah.
going to tell you that they're actually a miner when they're going to sell you the stuff.
Or
diba?
yun, yeah. Or
Kaya
an
hirap.
overclocker.
Or an
Yun.
overclocker.
Actually, overclocker is the one that will kill you. Hopefully
Yeah.
if you get a miner na
Who knows what he's doing?
who knows it doing,
Yeah.
better than an overclocker a bit. Kasi
Naka-underclock yun usually
Underbought,
mining.
yeah.
Yeah.
overclocker.
Ako nag-overclock ako.
Yeah. Don't
Man,
buy
I
Rocky
wanna
the Programmer second-hand GPU. Actually, Rocky the Programmer, may tanong si Renzel Santos from YouTube. I think you might be able to answer. Hi po, programmer po ako. Gumagamit po ako ng Android Studio. My build is R5 3400G with 16 gigabytes of RAM. Tapos nag-install ako ng Steam at CSGO. Mabagal po ba Android Studio ko kahit di ko ginagamit yung CSGO?
Mabagal daw yung kahit ginagamit.
Will it become slower? Babagal po ba Android Studio ko kahit hindi pa ginagamit CSGO?
Context lang sa akin ganyan din eh. Yung CPU ko ngayon, overclock siya na 3600 XT. Nababagalan ako sa Android Studio. Yung emulator yata yung sinasabi niya. Yung emulators kasi ang kailangan niya maraming cores eh. Tsaka mas mataas na base clock. Eh mababa yung 3400G eh. So yeah, babagal talaga siya.
But the way he phrased it was, babagal po ba Android Studio ko kahit di pa ginagamit CSGO?
Okay. Yeah, hindi magbabago yung hindi man magbabago. Yeah.
It's not a hardware. I mean, the problem is not what you installed. It's just really the hardware. Hindi ganun kabagay. You need a CPU with more cores.
And mas mataas yung base clock.
So I mean, install whatever games you want. It'll function the same or at the same speed, basically.
To answer Nial Arante, bakit tumaas yung price ng GPU? Watch our video. We have a video on that just 2 weeks ago. Just check it out. And then to answer the question of Christian Talosig, hi, can you tell me how crypto mining works and how badly it affects GPU supply? Okay. I can explain crypto mining in 30 seconds. So crypto mining happens when computers using the graphics cards usually, and now my sarilang miners mismo, they solve mathematical problems, and then when you solve that mathematical problem, you are awarded a specific amount of coins. That's actually how Bitcoin works. I don't know if I think it's the same for all the other currencies. I think right now it's 15 coins when you solve the math problem. Before it was 50. 50 back in 2010. And so anyway, it's impossible for one person to really solve to that math problem in order to get those coins. So what they do is they pool together the processing power of their graphics cards in a mining pool. So parang we're all working together online, like thousands of us in one pool. And then when that problem gets solved, it gets distributed based on how much effort your PC put in. So if your PC put in 10% effort, then you get 10% of the coins awarded when you solve the problem. So you don't actually see what the math problem is. It's something that the graphics card has to do on its own. And the reason as to why it affects GPU supply is because sometimes companies who have a lot of capital, not just the regular homebody people, will buy 100 graphics cards outright on the market if they can. Because they have such a big capital. And then once they buy it, there's nothing left anymore for the regular consumer like us to buy. Because we don't need 100 GPUs, but they'll take everything. They'll take the graphics card because, as I said, the more effort you contribute to the pool, the bigger the gain. So if I have 100 graphics cards and I generate 20% of the effort to solve the problem in the pool, I get 20% of the coins. So it's really an arms race talaga. So crypto mining 101. Yeah, it's I hope I explained that well enough. It's some time ago, Anton and I were into mining before back in 2010. Lots of changes since then. All right, Marv.
Ang malaking change kayo yung Ethereum eh.
Yeah.
Kailangan mo na ng proof of something.
Proof of stake.
Yeah. So hindi ka na wala na yung personal miners. Yeah.
They might, I don't know if they changed it na. Pero that's the other, diba? That's the whole
yun
debate.
incoming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Parang 2022 na yata yun.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Oh, the only thing I have to say about crypto mining is I want to kill myself because I missed the boat not once, not twice, but 3 times. The first time when Anton told me about it way back in 2010. The second time when Anton told me about it again. The third time when my office mate started mining in 2013 when pataas na yung hindi pa at this level pero
No.
Yeah.
No, alam ko yung 2013 eh. Alam ko yung prices ng 2013. Yeah, I bought some nung 2013. 2012.
Pero true believers will tell you, malayo pa to. 1 million USD yan per Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Now is the time to buy pa rin. Oh, maniwala kayo.
Huddle.
You can buy over the counter. I forgot the name of that shop. May over the counter buying na.
Dito?
Malaki lang yung spread. Yeah, 7% yung spread nila, yung buying and selling spread.
Dito. Okay. Yung sa
Local,
bilang ko 1%.
Local.
Damn. All I remember is, Anton telling me, you want to make money while you're asleep? Yeah, can I turn it on? Yeah, I'll just do it. Anton just did something at my PC. And then yun, I think I lived for mga 7 months na naka-on yung PC the whole time. Tapos sobrang init yung kwarto ko. Nakatutok yung electric fan, naka-on yung aircon. And then I was like, at the time, I was mining 3 coins a week. 3 to 5 coins a week.
Yeah,
of course.
Can you imagine way back when?
If
On a graphics card,
Yeah, and then after that, I just kasi sobrang ingay, sobrang init. So anyway, I just stopped. And then after that, I saved the coins. I won't tell you na lang what we did with them. But still, I wish I had waited longer.
Ethereum or like Bitcoin?
Bitcoin.
Wala pang
Ethereum yan, no? Basta, I was crazy.
Ako yung mind. Minine yun sa inyo.
Oo. And
I just bought a bunch nung...
That's the more cost-effective way. Pero feeling ko that's the way to go now.
Ironic lang na gusto ko lang na maging cool nun na, meron akong crypto coin.
Cryptocurrency.
But to answer Shadow Dude, just imagine the electric bill every month. Can I just say, we more than made up for the electric bill. And that's all I'm going to say.
ROI.
In fact nga, I think the next 2 gaming PCs are also paid up for it up to now. Even though sobrang tagal na yan. Pero yeah, good times.
I just remembered.
Go ahead, Mark.
I just remembered why I stopped trying to mine at the 2010. It was because when I started mining, I saw how long will it take to download the current block.
The block.
It was like 5 days yata yun because my internet sucks so bad. Fuck this shit.
Wait, you were part of a pool, Marv? Hindi ka na sumali ng pool?
Hindi, parang yung, di ba
You still need to download the block.
The original, yung current status.
Jesus.
Is right now.
Got there.
Yan lang, sorry. Bitter pa rin.
Okay,
So that's why sorry, go. No.
Si Ron Josu. Okay, I can't say it. Honrado. Okay. Hello po, ask po ako about sa freezing ng computer ko. Araw-araw ko po siya ginagamit at araw-araw po siya nag-freeze. Bigla. Nagtatry po ako mag-control alt delete para sa task manager pero wala response. Kahit anong keys, walang response. Nagalaw po ang mouse pero kahit anong i-click sa screen, wala po talaga response. Nag-check na din po ako kung may virus ang PC. Wala po nalabas na sa scan. Please help po. Thank you din. Oh, wait. It's not a complete freeze then, right? Kasi he can move his mouse cursor. But hindi nagre-react yung Windows button, I assume. Actually, that's weird. At least Task Manager shows up usually. I think the only solution here is to reformat. Reformat na to. I don't know what happened here. But he didn't say naman na bago siya. So I assume that this is not a fresh install. I think this is just a reformat problem. Something somewhere went wrong. And depending on what virus, there are a lot of virus scanners, but not all of them really work, to be honest. If you're not using super anti-spyware, wala. Yeah. Kung Windows Defender yan, I don't know, man. So baka may virus talaga. But in the end, all just i-wipe mo na lang lahat.
Yeah.
Kasi this type of freeze na parang the mouse moves pero hindi maklik. The only time this happens to me is when I haven't restarted my computers for like a month or so. So like there's like 10 Chrome windows and 100 open browser tabs. So yun, doon lang where it freezes to that extent. Pero when I restart...
That's why I feel there's some malware involved eh. Kasi parang, yun nga, I mean, in your case, Marv, it was ang daming processes running. Yeah. Feeling ko may nag-hijack dyan eh. So it might, you could reformat. I mean, that's the nuclear option, just wipe everything. Pero try nga super anti-spyware. Baka yung nasubukan mong virus program, baka Norton or something na, well, Norton's okay, pero there's some, like, McAfee is kind of sketchy now, especially because McAfee himself is kind of sketchy now. So,
why is McAfee sketchy?
Wild yun si John McAfee, the guy who did McAfee.
Oh, the guy.
He got arrested. He flew to somewhere, but he still got arrested. And then medyo may allegations about murder or basta or scam or something.
Oh, wow. I didn't know. Sorry, McAfee is sort of like a household name.
Yeah.
Parang character ko.
Parang GTA character siya. Like,
ITX Addict, we recommend super anti-spyware. It sounds really weird and sketchy, but actually it's quite legit. Like, I used the free version na, and it removed so much stuff. And it was stuff that the other spyware stuff couldn't find. Yeah.
Super anti-spyware.
The one thing to add is it's also a behavioral change. Even if you reform, pero if you keep believing that there are 5 hotties in your neighborhood who wants to chat with you, and then you keep clicking stuff on the internet, this problem will recur over time. So,
Pucha, hindi pala ito totoo. What are you trying to say?
Napaka-specific pa eh. There are 5 cuties in X city.
Tsaka yung very naka-geo-target eh. So it has your like in Laguna or something. Parang ganun na ano.
Parang guys minsan. So,
grabe.
All right, next question. Mary Ann Castillo. Hi all. Hope somebody can help. I am unable to enter BIOS on bootup. Currently running Ryzen 5 3600 on an Asrock B550 Steel Legend board. I keep getting an A9 debug error code whenever I try to access the BIOS. I've already tried turning off fast boot and resetting CMOS to no avail. I've tried accessing it through the Windows recovery, but it just goes back to the original problem, the A9 debug error. I wonder what is causing this error, and are there other ways of accessing the BIOS? By the way, current BIOS has been updated to the latest version 1.90. Hope someone can help me out. Done. To be honest, I can't think of anything to suggest that you haven't already done. Maybe try an older version of the BIOS and see if that clears up the problem. We had problems before in the shop with another Asrock board and BIOS, but it was for updating it to make it compatible with the 5000 series Ryzen. In that case, whatever we did, it just wouldn't work, so our supplier ended up replacing the board. Problem solved! Wow, okay. So, nasolve na pala yung problem nito. It looks to be a problem with the DP. DP unable to display BIOS. DisplayPort. I used HDMI instead and it went through. Strange though, I was able to access the BIOS several times before using the same DP connection. Now the latest firmware update.
I included this question even though it was solved by the questioner. Pero ang weird lang eh. Parang kala mo BIOS update or parang there's something wrong with the mobo, but then suddenly she just used HDMI. Nakapasok na siya sa BIOS na never ko pa yun na-encounter na may kinalaman what port you use. And that would allow you to access the BIOS. So I just really put it as a very weird, not really to answer since nasagot, I mean, may workaround naman, but di ba ang weird eh? I've never come across that na at first you can't go into BIOS, but then you shift it from DP to HDMI, biglang na-access na. Parang hindi ko maintindihan how those two are connected, but it worked.
I wouldn't think of it, diba? It's not something you would think of.
Yeah. To solve that particular problem, you think BIOS update, you think may sira talaga yung mobo somewhere, but ayun, so I just put it more as a cautionary tale or like example na yung computers talaga hindi mo maintindihan logically. That solution should not make sense, and yet it does. So malabo talaga yung computer minsan. I mean, you have experts that say na ganito and ganyan, but ako talaga bottom line at the end of the day, sometimes when they just want, it will just fail at the time that you need it the most or something. There's always something, yung technology, especially yung computers, parang it's not logical sometimes, the problems and the solutions that you encounter.
Pero yeah, I'm willing to bet na yung GPU niya, AMD 5000 series.
Parang may parang masama loob mo
Either 5500, 600, 5700 XT. For
parang
sure.
masama loob mo, Rocky the Programmer.
Yeah, for sure yun. Tapos, I think, ewan ko. Siguro din nakaano siya Ang nangyari, siguro, kasi yung sa akin nangyari ganun. So, may PCIe riser ako. Tapos, every time na hindi siya mag-work, gagawin kong Gen 3 yung PCIe 16, yung X16. Gagawin ko siyang Gen 3. Tapos okay na siya. Ang hindi ko alam, every time na i-update ko yung BIOS ng motherboard, ma-reset lahat ng settings nun. So like, sira na naman siya. So, I think yun yung problem.
Nag-i-interact yung driver with the BIOS. That's weird.
Hindi driver but like yung mismong connection ng GPU. Yeah, I could be wrong. Pwedeng Nvidia yun. And siguro tama nga si Gentleman Parrot. Parang Asrock na quirk din. Kasi Asrock din na motherboard yun sa akin B550M. Yeah. So, ayun. Tapos yun, isa pang pangit dito sa Asrock. Yung white niya, medyo madilaw. Yung white na RGB niya. So kapag ka nandun ka sa 255, yellowish yung niya. Yeah, so nilalagay ko sa konting violet. So, so yun.
To Anton's point about with about PC scrapping out whenever you most
the worst
need
time
when you need them.
That's why I decided not to fully cannibalize my old system.
May backup ka?
Na parang laging nandiyan siya. So parang each of them, you're easily replaceable. So I don't feel
at the worst. I choose you ba? Parang Pokemon. Ikaw na next. We have a picture here of a really neutral PC build white.
I include, this is actually Mary Ann Castillo's rig, the questioner from the last question. I just included it as so this was the system that she was talking about. That's a Samsung Odyssey monitor ata, that really wide ultra wide. Sorry, medyo redundant. Mary actually was in the shop. I met her last week, so we had a nice chat. And she's actually very knowledgeable about computers. So this is her setup, and I was thinking maybe the viewers would be interested to see the setup that she was describing. So ito yung sa kanya.
Converge siya.
Yes,
this is a 300 pesos, 300,000 peso system.
What I want to know is, ano yung coaster niya? That's a cool coaster.
Yung may RGB,
So yung keyboard, yung yung desk mat.
Everything is customized. And yun nga, even the Converge one on top, tingnan mo may cable management Hindi lang willy-nilly na sinalpak tapos So pinag-isipan talaga tong rig na to The fans are, she has dual Noctua, tas naka-Chromax pa. I think there's an NHD 15.
Wait, that Noctua, but it's not it's black, it's white and black. How did she color it?
Yeah.
The Chromax, you can get that it comes with those panels na snap-on, parang ganon.
Oh, okay.
But I think this cooler is the NHD 15 kasi it has two fans.
What speakers are those? I've never seen them before.
It's on the Puwede Magtanong site. She lists down her specs. But it's a very nice looking rig. I don't really remember the specs
I know those. I know the cable management at the back. I've seen though. I have some of that already also.
Is her desk yung tipong automated?
Yeah,
yung parang up and down.
Yeah, there. It's next to the mouse, underneath the mouse.
The
black
you can see the motor controls.
The black thingy.
Black thing underneath the mouse. Yeah. I think she has a second mouse. Is that the second mouse on the right? next to the white mouse.
The black one?
The black
Baka
one.
that's a container.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of tech YouTubers use two different kinds of mice. One for yung professional multitasking and the other one for gaming. Like some people really prefer the Logitech mice kasi for multitasking and video editing. So like yun nga, they have two wireless mice and then they just switch it around. Kasi you don't need to install a different sensor. You literally just pick up the other mouse and then go.
Grabe, never ko naisip yun.
Actually, I really do like mice also. I'm a very big Logitech fan. But yun nga, they're not gaming mice eh. But damn, really nice stuff.
Yeah. Ako, I'm a Razer fan. Dahil lang doon sa ergonomics. Pero sobrang lagi siyang sira. Sobrang laging sira. Like,
totoo yan! I agree. Razer talaga. Oo.
Pero wala pa ako nakikita na mouse na kasing ergonomic. Like for my hand, no.
For the Blackadder ka? Death Adder,
yeah,
sorry.
Death Adder.
Yeah.
Which is, ang weird eh. Yung sira nito, nagdo-double right click siya.
Not left click, not double left click.
Double right click. Ang fix sa kanya, you have to blow through it. Like, sobrang stupid, pero it works. Like, mag-work siya for like 3 days. Hindi na siya magda-double right click. Tapos
And
babalik.
then blow again.
Blow mo lang. As in, talagang igagano mo lang. Kasi okay na yun. Sobrang, ano nangyayari dito
Yan yung weird na computer problems. Hindi mo akalain na connection ng blowing na dun sa double right click.
The Famicom solution.
Yeah. Oh, but that worked. People say now it didn't work, but they weren't there, man. They weren't there.
No, it works. Parang they explained why. It's the moisture. Parang the moisture from your breath.
Adds to the connections na, no?
But it's a problem.
Sorry. Dito naman daw yung yung parang build up ng static. If you blow it away, like it literally goes away if you blow it.
And then nag-build up over time as you right click.
Yeah. So, yun yung parang ritual sa kanya.
Wow, solid tong build though. She even has a Samsung watch. I think that's a Samsung watch and charger there.
Yeah, and yung GPU niya parang 6800 XT.
There, read the...
Actually, she was complaining in the shop. She wanted 37 or 3080 na white because she really wants a white PSU to balance everything out. Gentleman Parrot and Kenneth Acevedo identify the speakers as the Edifer Luna E25 HD.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'll check it out.
Check it out.
Actually, they're really cool. They remind me of Portal. The sentry guns.
It's on, yung turrets.
Oh, the turrets. Oh.
Yeah.
Tapos may headset pa siya. So when she wants headset, naka-headset. When she wants may speakers.
I think Steel Series yung headset.
Yeah. Tapos ang important dito, she plays Eve. Like,
oh shit.
Plays Eve online.
You can see the
school.
Yeah. Grabe. Like, grabe. So, ayun. Gusto niya maging interstellar na accountant.
Actually, she's playing now AC Valhalla, I think, or Assassin's Creed. I think she mentioned
ng game
that.
daw. Haba daw. I haven't played it, but I heard it's a really long game.
Shadow Dude is asking any recommendations for wireless mice. I'm actually using the Logitech G602. It's been my mouse for a super long time, so it's very convenient. I like wireless over wired. Rockies is a Corsair
Iron Claw.
Yeah, but it's super small. I find it too small for my hand.
Iron Claw is too small?
So it's a harpoon na maliit.
No, the harpoon is the maliit. This is the one that I'm using now, the Iron Claw. Sobrang laki ng Iron Claw. I mean, look at it. And I like it. Look at that.
Pero ang pinakamaganda na wireless, yung MX Master talaga. Like,
that's the Logitech one. Yeah.
Cool.
But that's not a gaming mice. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Pwede na siya for gaming?
Pwede na rin niya. Yun lang yung next na talagang okay siya sa hand ko. Saka ang ganda ng controls niya. Sobrang...
And it looks nice. It's really sculpted.
May gold na trim. Ganda.
That is the last question. That's it for the preset questions.
What do you call that? We want to say thanks again to all our top fans. Liam, Ian, Richard, ITX Addict, John Ochia, and Christian Espinosa.
Thank you. And you guys, I posted in the YouTube channel for members, like we finally spent the money on something. So you can check that out. What we spent it on. It wasn't a computer part, but it will help with the YouTube production values.
I can't wait
Michael,
to check it out.
Michael Apostol is asking, what webcam do you use? I use my cell phone.
I use my cell
via
phone.
Droid Cam. Rocky's also using his cell phone. Marv
I'm
is
using my cell phone.
Koripot na po. Is Rocky the programmer the only one with a proper webcam?
Yeah.
I'm using my Galaxy Note 9.
I'm using my wife's iPhone 10.
No,
10 ba to?
kaya nga pala ang ganda ng vid quality.
Wait,
Well.
so all of us are using cell phone.
Except
Why
Rocket Programmer.
is my video the only one that looks like crap?
Oh nga, why is it anin? Why are you square? Why are you anin? Why are you
Ano bang phone gamit mo?
I'm using the S9, the front camera at 720p.
Well, you should use the rear camera.
Wouldn't that take up more bandwidth? Hindi ba bandwidth yung problema ko dito? I was thinking
Yeah,
of
bandwidth.
bandwidth.
Yeah, bandwidth yung problem.
I'm using the proper. I'm using the proper one, yung outward facing.
It's called the rear camera.
The
See, how can you
rear
review
cam.
cell phones if you don't know the front and
see-
rear camera?
And that's why you
I-
review the cell phone.
Yeah. See, that's what I don't know.
Outward facing.
Outward
Yeah.
facing.
Rocky the programmer, is that a cat behind you on your left? Parang may nakita akong may gumalaw dyan eh.
Shit.
No, that's my sister yata.
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Nakatakot naman yun kung hindi.
May gumalaw bigla eh. Like,
No.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
gentleman parrot. It's like filmed on a potato.
so why did you try the rear-facing camera nga?
I'll
We're
try
all
next
using-
session.
Oh,
Try the
yeah.
session.
Yeah, rear-facing camera. Sige.
All right, guys. We're gonna call it a night because I don't know why, but my dog wants to take a shit
Again? He wants to
I
go
don't
out
know.
again?
I don't know.
Number three,
times.
number three?
Yeah, every time I brought her out, she kept peeing. So I don't know. And I don't want her to pee in here. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to. I'm gonna wait. 10 p.m. Ay, bawal na ako sa labas. Okay, sa garden na lang.
She's trying to get you out of the room, man. There's some.
There's something.
There's something. I don't know. Okay.
May gumagalaw din
Sorry,
dyan.
pressure ako, guys. All right, Gigi. Thank you for.
Wait, can
my
I
announcement?
just do
Go ahead.
one last plug? The next in the industry, I think, is next Friday, and we're gonna have the guys from Deep Pool. So the country manager or the country head from Deep Pool, and it's some of the guys from main office. So I think from Taiwan or from Australia or something. So it'll be Deep Pool guys for the next in the industry. Next Friday is the tentative, but manamang like 80% sure na yon. And then the last show for this month is from the shop next Sunday. So have a good weekend. Everyone stay at home if you can kasi patas ulit yung mga cases. Stay safe.
Stay safe,
Thanks for
everyone.
watching.
Bye,
Hey,
guys.
guys.